We've started off the show talking about Harry Kane. We're building up, of course, to live commentary tonight on talkSPORT of England away at San Marino. So we're talking about Harry Kane, and if he beats Wayne Rooney's 53 goals for England, does he go down as England's greatest ever centre-forward? 03717223344, the number. Chris, the Spurs fan, has dialed. Hello, Chris, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Andy. You all right?
I'm good, I'm very well. How are you?
Good. Just on the way home. Traffic.
Don't blame it. It's nothing to do with me, the traffic. I'm sorry, Chris. I mean, I can sort most problems out, but not the traffic.
I just wanted to talk about Harry Kane, really. I believe he will be the greatest goal scorer, without a shadow of a doubt. I'm a Spurs fan. He's immense as a player, but at the moment, he's living in the shadow of Jimmy Greaves, isn't he, really?
When you say will be the greatest, Chris, do you mean most prolific, or he will go down as the greatest centre-forward?
Both. I think it'd be both. He's got everything, that guy. You know, he can't. He's absolutely rubbish at a free kick. But let's face it, the guy's got everything. That proved, all right. You know, Albania lost the other night, but you know, he's still got to be there. He's still got to be in them right spots to score. I mean, I'm a bit young to remember Jimmy Greaves, but when you look at what's left of the video footage, I mean, it ain't great because there's a lot of grainy stuff, but the guy skips across mud. You know, look at the goal ratio. You know, for England, he's still got 2 more hat-tricks than Harry Kane at the moment. You know, 6 all-time record.
But do you know something, mate?
He was overlooked in the honours list and all that kind of thing as well. He should have been Sir Jimmy Greaves. Everyone knows that. You know, you're talking about something special there with that guy playing against guys. You know, the goalkeepers would have poleaxed him in them days as well. You know, dealing with the guys.
And the defenders. And the defenders, mate.
Yeah, look at the way he got injured in the World Cup. You know, when you look at that, the guy took the back of his leg out, basically, didn't he? You know? I think he will be. No doubt, Harry Kane is probably second at the moment. But
okay,
Chris,
this is still the number one.
Okay,
really.
Chris, before I let you go, if your journey was 45 minutes in normal traffic, right?
Yeah.
And you were going to be stuck in traffic for an hour and 15 minutes, stuck, or always on the move doing the back streets, but take you an hour and a half, what one would you choose?
Always on the back streets, mate.
Yeah.
Take it. Always on the move.
I agree with you. Longer journey, but you're moving. It's a killer just stuck there doing nothing, isn't it?
Yeah, I want to be bored. I'm all right at the moment. The M25's been nice.
No. You're right at the moment, Chris, because you're listening to...
Drive.
I couldn't have said it better. Drive. We may call you back so you can do an advert for us. Go on, Gough, what were you going to say?
Well, do you know, so the thing is but sometimes where there's no doubt Jimmy Greaves, some of those clips we've seen of him playing football back in the day, the way he run past defenders, the way some of the goals he scored, but we also have opinions on that. But if we were to put all Harry Kane's best clips and Wayne Rooney's best clips and best goals, best passes, and showed the world it in 20, 30 years, they'd be saying what a player Kane was and Wayne Rooney. So sometimes I'm not going to fall into that trap of just saying, oh, look at some of the clips from yesteryear of Jimmy Greaves or Bobby Charlton. You can do that with any sportsman. You can put the best bits together, you know what I mean, and make them look absolutely brilliant. I mean, Jimmy Greaves was no doubt awesome player. Look at his record for Tottenham and for Chelsea and England. But realistically, if you look at Wayne Rooney's record for Manchester United and England, you look at Kane's, you look at Owen's. These guys are all top players, aren't they? We're trying to pick the best one.
Okay, let's go to Paul, Liverpool fan. Hello, Paul.
Good afternoon, guys. How are we?
I'm good, very well. How are you?
Not too bad. I almost had an embolism though when I hear you talking about the best centre forward for England and you put Harry Kane into that category. I genuinely thought I was going to crash into a wall on my way home. Because I genuinely don't believe that you should count anyone who takes penalties as being the best goal scorer for England.
Hold on,
well, I've said that in the past.
Paul, you're a Liverpool fan, right?
I am indeed.
You count Mohamed Salah's goals?
Do I count them?
He scores penalties.
He's not played for England.
Oh, so what? The rule doesn't apply at country level?
No. I just don't think that it's fair comparison to compare players now, especially against the minnow teams like your San Marinos, etc., who the current modern day players on the pitches that we have at the moment, and then you let them take a penalty. I just don't think that is
He didn't score a penalty. He didn't score a penalty against Albania the other day. But I get what you're saying. I've said this sometimes on Drive as well. I said it's very hard because if you take out a lot of the guys who take penalties, it's like Messi missed a load at one point, but he was still on penalties.
Why are you taking them out?
Lionel Messi. I'm just saying, look at Andy Cole, what a player he is, Andrew Cole, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
He never took a penalty.
No.
Look at his goal record. No penalties. It's very difficult when a centre forward is the one that's taking the penalties.
I think he had one, Andy Cole.
And I said a thing. But it would be good, wouldn't it, if the top goal scorer for the season were judged purely on goals scored and not penalties?
Why?
Because they can score 12 goals on a penalty. 12 penalties a year.
They still count, don't they?
Yeah, but any one of the players could probably... There's one of 6 who could be taking penalties. Look at Manchester United at this moment in time.
Take free kicks away.
Free kicks are a bit different, mate. There's a bit more skill to a free kick than a
penalty.
What
about tap-ins? 3-yard tap-ins?
Come on, mate. He has to be in that position.
Why can you take penalties away?
Your movement has to be good. You have to know how to get into the front of the defender. So you have to get in those positions. Penalties is slightly different. Come on, Andy.
No, it's not. Hold on.
When
When there's a penalty shootout and a player misses, we absolutely slaughter him. Yeah, we're trying to take him away. Normal player, doesn't count. Too easy.
But certain players, I've said in the past, have took the penalties because it's in their contract to get the penalties, right? And they've missed plenty, but they still keep taking penalties.
It's only in the contract because whoever's signing that contract has agreed it.
Because they want that player, yeah.
Yeah, you can't take penalties away. That's madness.
I think there should be a goal scorer of the year without penalties. I'm seriously, without penalties.
Why?
Without penalties.
What about open goals? What about goalkeeper comes out, someone squares it, open goal,
the point is...
wasn't a goalkeeper there.
Right, Bruno Fernandes, was it 2 years ago, scored 14 penalties.
Right.
If he'd have won the Golden Boot...
He's still got to score them.
14 penalties. It was embarrassing.
Why? What about Harry Kane when he won the Golden Boot at the World Cup? He took penalties for England.
Well, that's my point.
You're saying he should give that Golden Boot back?
It's not going to give it back now. I'm just saying at the point, though, Andy.
You've got
penalties.
Penalties. That's madness. Of course you have.
I'm telling you. If you took out penalties, it'd look totally different year on year.
Right, so let me ask you this, okay? So last minute of a World Cup semi-final, right? Wayne Rooney takes a penalty for England, or Harry Kane for that. Harry Kane takes a penalty, right? Scores.
He don't get wiped off his record. He's still a goal.
Scores the penalty, right?
Yeah, well done, brilliant. Scored a penalty, fantastic.
Well done, brilliant. Just got you in the final.
I'm cheering.
Right, hold on. He's level with Messi for Golden Boot, right? In the World Cup, last minute against I don't know, Argentina in the final, he steps up and takes the penalty. So in theory, he's got one more goal now to win the Golden Boot. The amount of pressure on his shoulders to win the World Cup and score that penalty, you're still not going to count it for the Golden Boot.
Well, I don't know, because I don't know if it'd be different in that. I'm trying to say, especially in a season, over a season, certain clubs get more penalties than other clubs, and Manchester United are one of those clubs that get a lot of penalties because they're attacking a lot, right? Same as Man City get a lot of penalties. And if it's the same guy taking every penalty, no matter how many times he misses...
I think you're being harsh, Goughy.
You know what I mean? He might score. Jorginho now's missed, his last 2 for Italy, I think?
Yeah.
He'll still be on penalties.
Well, he's got a good record with them, apart from the last 2.